8A, general business. Consideration of approving recommendation as received from the Rushford Municipal Electric Commission for the implementation of electric rate increase of approximately 10.4%, subject to the beginning date of August 1st, 2010.
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion from Mr. Bunky. Do you have a second?
Well, we really don't have any choice. I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Bunky, second by Mr. Robertson. Any comment from the council?
How, any timeline on if we're looking at another one, rate increase? Or any gut feelings?
I think the commission will annually be reviewing their overall performance, but certainly they're going to do so on a quarterly basis as well. And I would guess that as long as there's continued volatility in the market, I wouldn't want to promise anybody that there won't be other increases. The thing that could change all of that from the commission's point of view would be if it is fortunate enough to gain some grant dollars from other sources, it can set aside some of those dollars, which would minimize perhaps a future increase. It could also see increased efficiencies in some of the improvements that we've made beyond what we think we've done. And we don't know what a full year really actually looks like at this point. We've spent considerable time and energy redoing most of the meters, the multi-heavy duty meters in the community, and that has helped a lot. So we may find some additional savings in certain transformer replacements, but then that will be balanced by, one of the demands heard tonight for an alternate line coming into the community to prevent what happened on Saturday. Just taking some rough numbers today, at a minimum, that's $600,000 to $750,000 to do that. And of course, the commission has looked at that many times and has said the value doesn't warrant doing that at this point. The risks weren't that great. Now, you don't say that on Saturday when it's happening, obviously, but when you look at it in a total period of history, you can say that that decision has saved them that money over time. There are other solutions, but all of them, generation, everybody says we should have generators. Well, to size the community today for generators would be an easy $1 million.
No, we've already been through that.
I know, and we don't want to do that again. So, but that's what all this dredges up. And so the commission, I'm sure, will have a spirited discussion at the next meeting. But hopefully we can find ways to mitigate what we actually have to outlay in money and minimize the damages that occur from storms. And if we can do that, I think our overall cost should start to level off.
One thing that I did hear this weekend that I was glad to hear is the transformers that are being replaced are dual phase, so it will make it a lot easier or more feasible to potentially backfeed in a situation like happened on Saturday.
Well, that would be if you wanted to backfeed with just their normal system, but you could create a substation of sorts. There's a substation about, 3 miles to the west along the road there. The idea would be to bring a transmission line into our substation and then use equipment there to step it down to the rate that you need. And that's the number that I gave you roughly. Or there's other ways to build new substations, but those are more expensive. So, Ted, you had a question?
Yeah, budget. When you prepared the budget, did all of the potential underground work, cost of that go into the expenditure side of the budget?
Yes, we have not anticipated getting anything for free at this point.
And how much is the grant we've applied for?
Good question. It's been so long. don't have the number on top of my head, but I think it's, if I remember right, it's a 70-30 grant. So 70% of the cost would be borne by the grant and 30% by the city.
I mean, even the 10% increase that we've approved will not balance the budget. Because right now, we're budgeted to lose $137,000 in the electric fund in 2010, and this 10% increase will only take effect in the last 4 or 5 months. So we're gonna lose a bunch more money if we do the underground.
And I believe, does that include the depreciation?
I don't know.
I believe it does.
Yes, no. There is a line.
I think when we're looking at these improvements, I mean, obviously the commission will take a good hard look, but they've been saving for this one for a couple of years, so it's, we're in the process of doing the one down behind the school. I'll try to get that done before the school term starts, which will eliminate poles and make visual traffic flow better for the school children. So we're trying to get that part done, and the downtown core one, we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Anyone else? All right, so I'll call the vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.